What is going on, everyone? I hope you all have had a wonderful day so far. Now we're going to get into this video, and I know this may be a little controversial, but I do believe that this will help anyone who has been affected by the pandemic and everything that has been going on around the world. Now, first, I will tell you, I'll be the first person to tell you that I am a Christian and I do believe in heaven and hell. But also, we all know that this virus has and will still continue to affect everyone on this planet in one way or another. But some of us may have been affected more than the others, but have no doubt about it, the media outlets keep telling us how we should live our lives during the pandemic. But we haven't seen or heard from many people on their own personal viewpoints on how we as a society should live in the midst of everything that's been going on. I honestly think there are a few important key factors going into how we as a society should live our lives during these hard times. First off, let's think about the impact of the virus itself and what it has done for us personally. Well, I'll tell you this much. It has affected my family a lot in 2020. And if I can go back, I'd say 2020 can kiss, in my rear. But it affected us so bad that during my dad's cancer and mom's sickness, me or Carissa could not be in the hospital with them back and forth. The only time that I actually got to see my mom was the day that we took her off the ventilator and the day that she passed away. Only 2 days. And you know that is really difficult on somebody. Couldn't be down there at all. And it's not just the virus. It was also the hospital's rules and regulations. They were just trying to abide by their own personal rules and regulations, which I understand that. But that was a line that was crossed that really still aggravates me the most. It's how they acted towards me and Carissa when we went down there those final times. Now, this is where it may get a little controversial with you all, and I want to apologize in advance for it. But we all know, most of us are familiar with the passage in the Bible, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. We all know it's coming from Philippians 4:13. But does that mean we as a society should take it out of context and practically do what we want? Treat people how we want, all because of, according to the passage, God gives us the strength to. That's the little controversial that I'm going to talk about. Instead of doing everything that what the Bible says, which we get it. I understand totally. I lived by it. I grew up with it. We as society has taken it out of context so much. And instead of doing what we want because Christ gives us the strength to on how we treat others, how we do things in our life, instead of that, we need to start leaning on each other to help guide us through this crazy thing we call life. I have noticed the past couple of years since this YouTube community has basically started that the man upstairs puts people in our lives for a reason, but he can also take it away from people. He can also take people away from our lives, and that's when we abuse it. That's when we abuse the power of them coming into our lives, basically. And that's where I'm going into the next community part, into the next part of we all are unique. We all have our own very ways of doing things in our videos, how we edit them. We all have different ways of being paranormal investigators. We all have different skill set points. And we all have different, like me and Carissa, we have our own disabilities where one channel could do this, but our disabilities limit us to do that or something like that. So, I mean, we're all unique. Basically, we're all unique human beings, and we try to be there for each other. Now, I have noticed there was a lot of drama with the community. And it's all because of being triggered. People are being targeted for hatred from other channels. And it's all because of what I just mentioned, where we're all unique. But that shouldn't happen that way. We should no channel should be hated on just because of the way they do things different in their videos, or the way they edit them, or maybe they can't do something like the other one can. No one should be treated that way. But unfortunately, going back to the pandemic, this is what happens. People are shut in. They couldn't do much. So they were on social media all 24/7 because they couldn't go to work. They were watching videos 24/7 because they didn't have much of a life because they couldn't go to work. They couldn't, whatever the case may be. That still shouldn't trigger people from hating on others. Like I said, no one deserves to be treated the way people has been treating this community. All because someone got butthurt because they do something different than others. But I've also noticed the title says it all right now. While we feel like we're like quitting altogether, while we feel like we need to get out of YouTube scene. This is not towards nobody. This is just how I feel technically, and also this is how, how we've been seeing the hatred coming towards this community. The reason why we feel like we need to quit altogether is, for one, I believe we're never going to get monetized, which that's fine, because I've heard some people, monetization either makes you or breaks you, basically. You either can survive on it or you can't survive on it. And the money issue is not really an issue. I mean, I got a decent job. I get paid pretty decent. But that also limits me from being consistent on the channel. Because I'm always pretty much at work during the week. And then the weekends, we're just basically here for the family, which that's normal. Family should come first no matter what. But I have noticed how some videos would get above 100 views to even 1K views over a little amount of time. And then some of them would be lucky if they got 50. Well, right now we're in that be lucky category. Some of our videos has done pretty decent, and some of them they can just, basically drop off the face of the earth and no one would really care. And that goes into the newer videos that we put up, the camera videos that's in the house. But on that SD card that I had put in that camera, it recorded about 50 some videos of those 12 minutes and something. Whatever they were. Some of them were 12:45, some of them were 12:47, 12:40, whatever the time may be on the actual length of the video itself. There was about 50 of them, and that's just from an overnight trial. Now, the ones we put up, yes, I know they're probably boring, and we have lost some subs because of it, and I want to apologize. But I want to explain it. Most of y'all knew that my mom passed away. And then with Dad being weak with his cancer and everything, it gives me a peace of mind while I'm at work that I can watch the camera anytime I want to, because it's got an app and I downloaded it on my phone. I can watch the cameras anytime I want to. just in case something does happen, I'm right there basically with them. It's got a voice activation. So, for instance, if Chris falls in the hallway or Dad falls in the hallway, I just push the button. I say, "Hey, you okay? Do you need me to come home?" But we also have been hearing some weird things since August, since we lost Mom. We've been hearing some weird things in the house. That's another factor. The reason why we put the camera up. Like I said, I know it's boring, and I know it probably not your all's cup of tea. And like I said, I want to apologize for it, but that's the reason why I feel like we needed to put them up. I feel like that gives me a peace of mind about everything. That I won't have to worry so much. And like I stated, 2020 was a rough year on everybody. Seeing our videos, but this is different. This is basically us being straightforward with you all. Now, I did post a video last week that we may have a new investigation coming up soon. I feel like I don't know if I should do it or not. And it's all because, and it's not because of nothing anyone's done, it's not because of that. It's mainly because, for one, that road is an extremely highly traveled road. I mean, that road gets traveled a lot. While we were up there, it was heavily traveled. And so I'm not really for sure if we'd even be able to pull it off. Because there's two pull-off spots on each end of the bridge. But the bridge is so... I mean, it's a wide bridge. It's a two-lane bridge. You can get cars on it. But there's no room for anyone to walk on it. So I would say it makes it more dangerous. Plus, if you get near the middle of it, you're overlooking a lake. So, to me personally, I don't know if I can pull it off. We might be able to, but we just have to try and see what we can come up with if we do it. And there it goes back to that factor: are we gonna even? Is the views even worth it? And it's not, like I said, it's nothing towards the community. There's been people watching, but we've got 1,600 subs, and only roughly 20 of them actually watches them. And the 20 of them are you all in the community. Like I said, some videos do better than the others. Whatever tickles people's fancies when they watch our videos. But other than that, things happen for reasons that it's unknown. Like I said, the man upstairs puts us with people in our lives for reasons, and we should never abuse them. We all do things differently, and that's what makes us unique. Keep doing what you're doing. I want you all to stay safe. I want you all to stay awesome. Also, I want you all just to always be yourself. There's only one of you, and no one can replace you. We love you all. And don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, and share. I also we want to thank you for checking us out, keeping up with us, watching our videos. But this one right here is very tough on us. We don't know if we should continue or not. And it's the YouTube status. Basically it's the YouTube website in general. Because like I said, we've got 1,600 subs. And the community ones are only ones that are watching, which is roughly 20. I mean, why? I've seen people preach on this all the time. Why have that many subs and only a certain amount of people actually watches them out of those subs? That I cannot tell you why. I'm not no YouTube expert. I just do this because it gets my mind off of things. I just do it because it helps me deal with everything that I've been through over the years. And if it gives everybody an enjoyment, then that's what makes me happy. Thank you all for watching our videos, keeping up with us, going down our journeys with us. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay yourself. Love y'all.